Well, here we go, guys. Dogecoin is back, and this is one of the meme coins. And if you watch my stuff, you know that I don't classify it as a meme coin, so to speak. But I want to talk about Dogecoin and what we're seeing here on the day, and give you guys kind of my outlook as we look for the Dogecoin price to really kind of have a little bit of a rare pattern converging with some upward momentum as we would look for another Dogecoin price surge. So I'm going to break it all down for you guys right now in this video. If you guys are all new to the channel, awesome. Love some new faces. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And I do want to appreciate and give thanks to all of my returning subscribers as we do talk crypto each and every single day. So I do appreciate all that do show up every day and follow along with what I have to say. So it's been fun. And as we look at the top 100 here in the crypto bubbles, a little bit of a red day here to get us going. But I don't think this is a sign that the run is over. Crypto is really teed up right now. And as we look at kind of the broader strokes within the market, it's very, very bullish as we talk about kind of what we're looking at. Okay. And here's some of the basic numbers that kind of want to take us to the next season. We're looking at a $4 trillion market cap in the overall pie as we talk the entire crypto world. Also, we are still greedy, 67 in that regard. As we look at the altcoin season index, 50-50. It's a 50-50 split between Bitcoin and what we've seen with the alts, and Bitcoin trading a little bit more so on a come down as we talk about that receding from that 123 all-time high. But still holding strong, loving that 118 price for BTC. And it's funny that a lot of people are so quick to forget that when Bitcoin was hitting 110, 111, 112, that's all a blip in the past. So that just shows you how fast the cryptocurrency market can move overall. And yeah, so we're basically running with some steam right now. And so I don't really fully frown upon these days that we do have some red, because it does indicate that we are trading in a very healthy market where you see the trading volume high, and we're going to have some red days mixed in, but still bullish when we're talking about the overall market as a whole. Okay, and just to kind of piggyback off of that statement, Ethereum, okay, that was one of the cryptos that was long gone and forgotten, now seemingly has found a home trading at that $3,700 price level. So that's very exciting to see ETH and kind of the success that they've been on as of late. But how does this all kind of play a role into the overall statement and sentiment within Dogecoin? Okay, so Doge holders and the price bracing for a major surge. We're going to look into this article as we talk about these rare patterns that we're seeing right now on the chart converging. I do want to kind of segue into kind of what I'm doing here on the side. If you do trade crypto on an exchange and you haven't checked out BTCC, I do ask you to check my link out, because with that link, you will get a 10% bonus on your first time deposit. Also, spot leverage traders welcome. You will get a 40% discount on trading fees using my link. A couple of the hottest promotions right now in the game. So if you are a spot or leverage trader and you're not using BTCC, check them out, do your due diligence. And as always, make sure you check out the terms and conditions and make sure it's right for you, where you're located. And if you want to start trading on this platform, go right ahead with that link down below. Okay. But as we get back into Dogecoin, this is where we've seen a very strong rally on Monday. We've hit some resistance, but right now, as we want to talk about it, this is what Dogecoin is showing to us, now 8th in market cap as we look for a 26 cents Doge. And not going to say I told you so, but this is a crypto where a lot of people in the comments were destroying me, saying that Doge was all but forgotten. Way better cryptos out there in other places. And we basically said 13 cents is way too cheap for Doge. Okay. And anytime that we did look at it as Doge over the past year, okay, was trading sub 10 cents all the way back into the time frame where we look back into essentially the fall of 2024. What a move. Okay, this is almost a 2.5x from that level. And yeah, it's something where you can't ignore the fact that Dogecoin is not just a meme coin. All right, this is a very, very big crypto. We're talking about a $40 billion asset. Okay, just say that 10 times fast and try not to blink, because Dogecoin is moving. And as we look at it over the last week, 36.4% up to the green. I think this is a very significant opportunity to talk about kind of what Dogecoin is doing and where we're going to be headed from here. Okay. You got to love it, right? We've seen almost $6+ billion in trading volume over the last 24 hours. And as we look at kind of the technical analysis behind a double bottom pattern that has formed, this is one of the more common bullish patterns that we do see in crypto. And as you want to kind of take a quicker or a better look at it, I should say, I will show it to you guys here on the trading view. Okay, so you can see these two bottoms and then that breakout that did form. So right now we're on the cusp of kind of deciding if we're going to continue bullish or if we do recede back to these levels before. You can see these two bottoms where we did have momentum up flash. You could see kind of that upward peak that did kind of happen in between the two bottoms, and that's a telltale sign, okay? And also we're going to couple that with what we're seeing here, okay? As we see these moving averages cross over one another, that's going to lead us into our next statement, okay? And that's where you look into kind of not only the double bottom pattern, but also I do want to talk about kind of the fact that if you want to look into kind of the price target for Dogecoin, according to that neckline that we did see within that double bottom, that's where you can look for a 37 cents Dogecoin. Okay, very exciting. Okay, and if you are new to crypto, you don't really quite frankly know what that means, don't worry. Technical analysis, I think in some form or fashion, you can manipulate and kind of use it to form whatever narrative you're trying to get across. So please keep that in mind. However, as we do look for this chart pattern being very strong, I think it's very important to understand that 37 price target does remain extremely viable at this moment in time. So leave a comment down below. Do you think Doge can hit 37 cents? And when do you see that taking place? Okay. But as we look into it, the next kind of thing that I did allude to when the moving patterns, the moving averages, I should say, between the 50 and 200 days in specific crossover, that is what we call a golden cross. Now, that implies short-term momentum and a strengthening chart for Doge. Also, the directional index on average has jumped to 42. This is the highest level since March 5th. All right, and we do see the ADX metric, which is the average directional index jump. This means that the directional trend is accelerating. Okay, so that's kind of where we're going to look to continue this bullish momentum from what we talk about, that double bottom pattern. And from there, guys, it's really all bets are off. And you can see this top green line here on your screen that my head's kind of blocking it out. Okay, but that's kind of where we look for 37 cents Doge. And from here, guys, that would represent a 38% gain from where we're at right here, right now. Okay, so leave a comment down below. Do you think we can hit that? Is that a very viable price target, 37 cents? Very curious to hear your guys' thoughts and takes. Okay, but also I do want to share with you guys kind of the other top two catalysts for Dogecoin, right? There is a very high chance that we will see an approval for a Dogecoin spot ETF. That's something where we look into it. I'm not a big fan of the ETFs, but the inflows cannot be denied. I think that will ultimately still be very bullish and play a role into the narrative for Doge. Also, kind of coupling that from the potential, what we talked about earlier, the altcoin season index, as we've seen that kind of shift from Bitcoin to altcoins, that's going to be very, very helpful as we look for Dogecoin to continue its ascension, because right now we can couple all of these metrics, all of these bullish data points that we did talk about. And the last kind of nugget that I do want to bring to your guys' attention is the whales, okay? And we all know how important whales are for cryptos, in specific meme coins. We've seen this with SHIB, we've seen this with Pepe and Dogecoin. And Doge whales, they're buying Doge, all right? We've seen $4.83 billion, a multi-month high of open interest. All of these things, guys, this is all systems go. This is setting up for a lot of steam for Doge. I will say one thing, though. We're kind of at that tipping point, right? If Dogecoin does get as high as 30 cents, it continues to move up. You have to ask yourselves, really the true question is, am I late? Okay, and that's why we employ a lot of strategies such as dollar cost averaging, not trying to time the markets, all that good stuff. And that kind of leaves us in the best possible position and trades that we can be making. And that's kind of what we've been doing, right? If you've been buying Dogecoin 10, 11, 12, 13 cents, even upwards of 17 cents, pat yourself on the back. You've been putting in the work, and it's paid off dividends as we look at what we're dealing with right now, as Doge is pushing 30 cents right now on the charts. So I'll leave you guys with that. Like I said, guys, I want to thank all of my returning subscribers. If you're not yet currently subscribed, all you got to do is hit that button, put those thumbs up, and I do appreciate all of my returning subscribers. Like I said, make sure you check out the links to BTCC if you want to start trading on that exchange. And outside of that, guys, enjoy it. All right, we're going to enjoy this market and continue to trade with success. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.